Hello students. So today we will discuss about the 4-bit adder. Okay. Actually, adder is a part of ALU. So we are going to discuss about ALU, design of ALU into subsystem design in this unit. Okay. And hence we need to decide or we need to design 4-bit adder. Okay. 4-bit adder will perform the sum of two 4-bit numbers. Okay. And here it is assumed that the parallel operation form is done. Okay. The input to the adder needs two 4-bit buses. We require two 4-bit buses for the input for two operands, and a single 4-bit is needed to move data from adder to the subtractor, adder to a shifter. Okay. And other and another 4-bit bus for the shifting out back to the register array. Okay, so here you can see, so there are the input of the adder requires two 4-bit buses. So we require two 4-bit buses, a single bit. Actually here it is needed to shift the data into shifter. Okay, a single 4-bit is needed to move the data from the adder to the shifter, and from shifter we require one more, that is one more bus, 4-bit bus for the shifting out data from the register to array. Okay, from output shifter to the register. Okay, it also provide carry out and possible carry in signal. It provides carry out and carry in signal. Okay, the block diagram of the 4-bit carry adder is as shown here. That is, it requires 4-bit adder. It requires input output port, 4-bit register, then 4-bit ALU, 4-bit and round shifter. Okay, so here you requires control signal, shift control signal, addition or subtraction control signal. Okay, so control signals, again here control signals are there. So now we'll see how the addition process is going on. Consider an example of 4-bit arithmetic operation. Okay, consider an example of binary arithmetic operation. That is, for example, so if you want to add these two numbers, okay, so this is A operand and this is B operand, and this is sum will be there. Okay, so for first column, that is A is 1, B is 0, the sum is 1. Okay, so there is no carry. So likewise here, if A and B are 1 1, then sum is 0, carry is 1. So arrow indicates carry 1, so here it is carry 1. Both operands are 0 0, and hence previous carry is 1, so therefore sum is equal to 1, carry is 0. Now if both operands are 1 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. Now both operands are 1 1 and also carry is previously 1, so hence we will have sum is equal to 1, also carry is equal to 1. So one operand is 0 and another operand is 1, so previous carry is 1, so sum is equal to 0, carry is equal to 1. Okay, so likewise here one operand is 1, another operand is 0, so carry is 1, so sum is 0, and final carry is equal to 1. Carry out is equal to 1 here. In any column we observe, there are 3 inputs. That is, these numbers represent 3 inputs. That is the corresponding input bits. There are 2 corresponding input bits and one is a previous carry input. Okay, if we consider kth column, let us consider this is a kth column. So this is AK, this is BK, this is AK bit, this is BK bit. Okay, representing 2 inputs. They are representing 2 inputs, and previous carry, that is CK minus 1. Previous carry is CK minus 1. and so it will generate two outputs, that is sk is the sum of kth column and ck is the carry of kth column. Okay, so there are two outputs, sum and new carry. So therefore kth column will have sk and ck, sum and carry respectively. Now as you can see here, ak, bk, previous carry ck minus 1, sk is the kth column addition and sum, and ck is the carry of the kth column. Let us suppose the possible conditions are the ak is equal to 0, bk is equal to 0, so carry in is equal to 0. At that time sum is equal to 0, carry is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore if ak is equal to 0, bk is equal to 0 and carry in is equal to 1, at that time you will get sum is equal to 1 and carry is equal to 0. And if you go on adding like this, now finally you can see here, so ak is equal to 1, bk is equal to 1 and previous carry is equal to 1, you will get both sum is equal to 1 and carry is equal to 1. Okay, now we'll write one equation for the adder. Okay, the sum carry equation we get is as follows. By knowing this table, we can write the sum and carry equation, that is sum equation sk is equal to hk ck minus 1 complement plus hk bar into ck minus 1, and new carry is equal to ck is equal to ak into bk plus hk into ck minus 1. So therefore, where what is hk? hk is the half adder or half sum. So half sum hk is equal to ak bar bk plus ak into bk bar. Okay, so this is your half adder. Okay, now the above sum equation, sum and carry equations, if we see, it can be implemented using AND or using XOR gates. By using gates we can implement, but in VLSI this implementation becomes more complicated. So this implementation by using AND OR logic or by using XOR gates, it will be more complicated. What is the and alternate method to find the standard elements through which the above equation can be implemented. So above equation can be implemented by using another alternate method. So another alternate method can be possible. Let us we observe once again this table. If we observe once again this table, we can write one equation. That is, let us say that is if ak is equal to bk, if ak is equal to bk, then sk is equal to ck minus 1. See here, ak is equal to bk, ak is equal to bk, sum is equal to ck minus 1. Also ak is equal to bk, sum is equal to ck minus 1. Or here you can see ak is equal to pk for this last two rows. So sk is equal to ck minus 1, sk is equal to ck minus 1. So hence ak is equal to pk, then sum sk is equal to ck minus 1. Else sk sum is equal to ck minus 1 complement. Now you can see this row, that is ak is equal to 0, bk is equal to 1 and ck minus 1 is 0, but sum is equal to complement of ck minus 1. Okay, likewise ak is equal to 1, bk is equal to 0 and ck minus 1 is equal to 0, then you will get sum is equal to complement of ck minus 1, that is equal to 1. If here ak is equal to 1, bk is equal to 0, then ck minus 1 is 0, so here sk is the complement of ck minus 1, it is 1, so sum is equal to 1. So then what is the equation for carry? So for carry, when if ak is equal to bk, then ck is equal to ak is equal to bk, and ck else if ak is not equal to bk, then ck is equal to ck minus 1. Now you can observe here, For ck, for carry, ak is equal to bk, ak is equal to bk, ak is equal to bk. Then ck is equal to ck minus 1. Ck is equal to ak is equal to bk. Okay, ck is equal to ak is equal to bk. So here ak is equal to bk is equal to 0 0 and ck is equal to 0. So likewise here ak is equal to bk is equal to 1 1 and carry is equal to 1. ak is equal to bk is equal to 1, then ck is also 1. Okay, so this is here. Now we will get the simple two equations for the adder, that is if ak is equal to bk, then sum is equal to ck minus 1, and ak is not equal to bk, then sum is equal to ck minus 1 complement. And when ak is equal to bk, then ck is equal to ak is equal to bk, and ak is not equal to bk, then carry is equal to ck minus 1. So these are the two equations you will get for the adder. Now we will see a standard adder element, a single bit adding element. So there are, this is one single bit a operand, another b operand, this is single bit, this is single bit, we need to add here. So we have to check the previous carry in, that is c in or ck minus 1. So there are two outputs, that is sk is one output and ck is another output. So this is a symbol of single bit adder, a 2-bit adding we can do here. Okay, so there are two operands which are having single bits. 1-bit addition we can do with the help of this adder element. This is one adder element. Okay, now implementation of adder using mux or pass transistor, and we can see we can add or we can make adder by using a simple NMOS pass transistors. In case of NMOS logic or NMOS technology, or in case of CMOS technology, we will use two transistor, p-type transistor as well as n-type transistor. So stick diagram for this NMOS transistor, it is shown here. Stick diagram for NMOS transistor, it is shown here. Now here it is shown, that is these are the, that is previous carry ck minus 1 and current carry, that is ck. ak is one operand, so ak bar complement of ak, bk bar complement of bk, and so this is carry ck and this is sk is the sum. Okay, now you can see, so we will discuss about the NMOS implementation. Okay, now we know that first equation, that is for sum is equal to, when ak is equal to bk, then what is the sum? Okay, so here you will get here ak and bk are equal. At that time ak is high, bk is high, then these two transistors will be on. Okay, so then you will get this, what is the ck bar, ck minus 1 bar, so this is ck minus 1 bar, sk bar is equal to ck minus 1 bar, or then here after inverting what you will get, ck minus 1. Okay, so what we got first, that is sk is equal to ck minus 1, that is whatever the previous equation, sk is equal to ck minus 1, sk is equal to ck minus 1 you got here. Okay, so likewise you can take another, that is if ak and bk are not equal, ak and bk are not equal, let us say ak and, so this is bk complement. Okay, ak and bk complement, then what is the sk, that is sum is equal to ck minus 1 bar. You can see here for sk sum is equal to, when this is 1 and this is 0, so this will be there. Okay, this will, what is there, ck minus 1 and ck minus 1 here will be there, sk is equal to ck minus 1, but after adding you will get the sk is equal to ck minus 1 bar complement, ck minus 1 complement you will get here. So on this side you will get the sk bar, and after inverting you will get the sk. On this side you will get the CK. So by using simple pass transistors, we can implement adder element. Okay, so this is implemented using NMOS technology, and the same we can implement using CMOS technology. There are N-type elements and P-type elements. Okay, so now here you can see here, this is PVL technique. Within that you will get this N-type diffusion, and there will be this P-type diffusion. So P-type diffusion, P-type transistors, and these are the N-type transistors. And finally you will get this total will be the NMOS CMOS adder will get. Okay, so that's all about today's video. So we will stop here. If you have any doubt, you can tell me on WhatsApp group.